Most people think the more tokens you hold, the safer you are. But the truth is, holding too many tokens can actually kill your gains. Today, I'll show you 3 reasons why spreading yourself too thin and buying 20 to 30 tokens is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in crypto, and what you can actually do to fix it instead. This video is for information and entertainment only. It reflects my personal opinions and is not financial advice. Check the description for more information. Always do your own research. Hey guys, I'm Alessandro. Welcome back to the show. Okay, let's break it down. If you've got a portfolio, let's say $1,000, and you split it across 20 different tokens, $50 in each, even if one of them doubles, you've just made $50. It almost doesn't move the needle, and in most cases, people just won't take profit. The second big problem is over-diversification. It makes you average. The more tokens you hold, the more poor performers you're carrying. You're basically building your own index, and crypto indexes like the top 100 consistently underperform Bitcoin. If you're tracking the average, you'd honestly be better off just holding Bitcoin. The third driver of all of this is fear. People over-diversify because they're terrified of missing pumps. You're in crypto, you're gonna miss pumps. You have to respect the pump. The winners aren't the ones who own everything. They're the ones who size in properly into a handful of tokens they truly understand. Warren Buffett said it best: diversification is protection against ignorance.
Diversification is a protection against ignorance.
He held his top 5 highest conviction companies. That's all he held, and he is the best investor of all time. So here's the example. Imagine you've got $1,000 split across 20 tokens, $50 in each. One doubles overnight. It's not worth selling. Those gains just aren't enough. Now compare that to holding 5 tokens with $200 each. A double nets a meaningful enough amount to take profit that you can truly compound. And let's be real, holding 20 tokens means actively tracking 20 tokens, 20 roadmaps, 20 unlocks, 20 governance votes. To really do that, you need to be an expert in everything. That's almost impossible. Too many bags not only kill profits, they also kill focus. When you hold too many tokens, you're basically creating your own index. And here's the data. Indexes like the top 100 have always underperformed Bitcoin. Even select tokens cycle to cycle, the best, the ones that have staying power, underperform Bitcoin. They slowly bleed to Bitcoin, and increasing the amount of tokens you hold increases the chance that you're going to have a portfolio that consistently bleeds to Bitcoin. Now there is an exception to this. If you're only playing in very small market cap tokens, under 100 mil let's say, holding 20 or more potentially can make sense because you're looking for 10, 20x, even more returns. That strategy is much closer to venture capital. You expect most of your picks to fail, and you need 1 or 2 massive winners to carry everything. But the catch is you have to hold those winners for years for the math to work. It's a totally different approach to building conviction in higher tokens. And finally, let's talk about fear. The biggest reason people over-diversify is because they're terrified of missing pumps. But you're in crypto. Missing pumps is part of the game. It's completely normal.
The pump, always guys, respect the pump. I respect the pump in all assets. Why? Because it's kind of like karma. You know, the power of the pump always comes back to you if you respect the pump of other people. It's crazy, but I have this belief that whatever pumps, you have to pay respect.
Normal. Because the edge isn't in holding everything. It's in having conviction. That means knowing your tokens well enough, sizing them properly, so that when they run, the gains actually matter. Even Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, runs a portfolio where the top 5 companies make up most of the value of his company. He doesn't need 50 stocks. You don't need 50 tokens. Now, to be fair, Buffett wasn't talking about vaporware AI anime mascots. However, the principle still stands. Spreading yourself too thin just dilutes your gains. So what's the fix? One actionable step is to compare the tokens you have side by side. If you have a stronger thesis for one over the other, consider consolidating into the one you have a strong conviction in. It's not easy. It forces you to focus and make tough calls. But scared money doesn't make no money. If you're just holding a basket because you're afraid of missing out, you'll almost certainly end up average. And if you're not full-time in crypto and you're just following what some random influencer says, you won't have conviction in those tokens anyway. That's when people panic sell at the bottom, FOMO in at the top, or maybe the worst mistake of all, they hold through a pump without taking any profit because they never had a clearly defined exit strategy. The bottom line is less tokens, more conviction. clearer exits. That's how you stop making this mistake from costing you gains in your portfolio. So that covers it. Let me know the worst mistake you've made in crypto in the comment section. I think mine was buying 𝗘𝗍𝗏 back in 2021. If any of you know what that was, absolutely dead token. I've still got it now in this old manky MetaMask wallet. I mean, it's not even worth a few dollars anymore. These things happen. I had no conviction in it. I bought it because some random influencer said, this is a good token to hold. I had no idea when to sell it. I held it through 2 bear markets and now it's completely wrecked. So that's why just having conviction in some tokens, I think, is the best strategy. I did a show yesterday on 𝗘𝗿𝗥𝗪. Hype is something I have enormous conviction in. This is a way I'm using to try and increase my yield of hype. So trying to increase my hype holdings by 20 to 25%-ish using this strategy. This is one thing I really like doing in crypto, taking something I have complete conviction in and just trying to stack more of that one token. So that was yesterday's show. Check that out here if you want. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching. I shall see you in the next one.